Okay, good morning, everybody. Let's get into today's daily news, daily business updates by Vijay Ramaswamy. So, as we saw yesterday, the GST 28% on online gaming is here to stay. It has been confirmed by the finance minister. So, there have been the 28% on the online gaming or gambling. It's going to be based on the face value of chips, or is it going it or it is going to be based on the amount of bet in online. So the initial amount of bet in online, supposing you win something and then you again put it back, then that is not going to be levied at 28%. So the initial bet, that is at 28%. So if somebody's so this is for the India level control. So supposing from a foreign base, if somebody is selling any of these online games or the gambling aspect like casinos, in those cases it has to be a registered supplier. If it is not registered, that means it is barred from providing any service or goods to Indian consumers. So that has been made very clear. So there are some states which have been impacted. So out of so many states in India, about three states are majorly impacted. So they are not having this consensus in terms of what is being brought. But so it has been taken that for 6 months they are going to implement this decision and then see how it is and then review it. So that is on the online gaming. Then government, again sticking to online aspect, government they have come up with the national e-commerce policy, and with about six principles for that. And in the policy it clearly differentiates what is a marketplace, then what is a warehouse based model, and then what is a web store. So these things are clearly differentiated. Then there is also a clear responsibility which is being fixed on marketplace players. That is, they are responsible for the delivery aspect to the customers, and also any what damaged products delivered to customers. So those, though these are being done by the suppliers, it is the marketplace which will be held responsible and not the supply. So primarily it is the marketplace responsibility of them. So one of the e-commerce giant, they asked, so if somebody is going to deliver, one restaurant is going to deliver a damaged food product, then would it be the e-commerce marketplace which is responsible for the damaged product, or is it the restaurant? But the policy says it is the marketplace. So that and then there is also a fallback, they call it like fallback liability. That is, if consumers see some reviews and buys a product, and later on it is found that the reviews themselves were fake, in that case it is the responsibility of the marketplace again. They have to take responsibility for those fake reviews. Right, coming on the airlines side, the I mean so we are in the early first week of August. So we are now getting the Q1 report for India from many companies, and today airlines they have come up with the results. And India's largest domestic carrier has shown the highest quarter profit ever by any airlines in India. So if you go to the airports, domestic airports or airports in India, they're so crowded, and now that is clearly reflected in the revenue what they have shown. And then the airlines have also announced uh, an allocation of a very small amount for startups related to aircraft carrier business. So the revenue itself has jumped year on year about 32%. So that is a huge jump what we can see. But not all our airlines are doing well. Another airline which is kind of in a very difficult state. So the leaser, that is the person who has given majority of the airlines to that company for lease, so they are going to convert about 8% of their they're going to convert their leases into about 8% of equity. So the equity, not all, some will be equity, and the remaining would be compulsorily convertible debentures. And then the same airlines, they have also having a requirement to pay the early promoter a huge amount of money. And another gentleman, he is given a commitment for infusion of an amount of money more than this, and he might be made the managing director for the company as well. And then typically that would be at about 60 lakhs per month salary, with 2.5% variable pay based on net profit of the airlines. So that is on the airline side. Then if you see, there is a very interesting news from Tata company Himalaya, so where more than silver, there is an edible product which is much valuable. So that is the saffron. So saffron is used typically in Indian sweets, you can find. And it is also the best saffron what we get is from Kashmir in India. From Kashmir. And I'm sorry, and the saffron is actually based on the uh, origin. The grade also varies. So there is a Kashmiri variety, then there is a uh, Iranian variety. So based on that, there is an uh, what do they say, they call it the geographical indication that is verified. So there is a huge potential in this space. So Tata is planning to uh, enter this segment. So then if you see on the infrastructure side, on cements, so Adani Group, Indian billionaire Adani, they already acquired Ambuja Cements. Now Ambuja Cements, they are going to acquire first generation entrepreneur company by Ravi Sangi. So they're going to acquire the Sangi Industries. So Sangi Industries has about 6 million tons capacity of cement production. Now Adani himself, he has a cement production capacity of about 70 million tons, and his target is by 2027, in another 4 years, he wants to double it, that is make the capacity as 140 million tons. So they are seeing acquisition from on several companies. So this is one such which has come out now. The market capitalization of the shares alone of uh, the promoters of the Sangi Industries, that is about, overall, the market capitalization is about 2600 crores, and the promoters, they have about 73 percentage. So imagine, first generation entrepreneur, such a great achievement. And the enterprise value itself, that is including the debt, that would be around 5000 crores Indian rupees. On the automobile side, yesterday we saw the car sales is showing strong records, but not all automobile companies are showing very strong records. So another company has brought out the result today, and mostly the two wheeler domestic and exports have dropped. However, on a commercial vehicle side, it is shown an increase. In fact, the domestic aspect of commercial vehicle sales, it has increased by 100%, and the exports, however, were down by 35% in the same segment. Then in Mumbai, it's known like for the diversity in terms of the richness in the area as well. So there are some deals related to redevelopment of suburban societies. So that new projects have been signed up by a company, and the project has a revenue potential of about 950 crores. So that is another aspect. Then you find that the rupee value has slightly weakened about by 30 paisa. And not only rupees, most of the emerging markets currency value has weakened, and it is led by the Korean won, followed by the Malaysian ringgits, and then third impacted is Indian rupees. Very less impacted, impacted, but very less impacted is surprisingly Chinese renminbi. And given these weakness in the emerging market currencies, the fallback currency in the situation has been Japanese yen, so that has actually become slightly strong. So overall in India, yesterday the foreign portfolio investors have been net sellers, and so there has been offloading by these foreign funds. So overall, that's it from me today. And about life, about the way in which we make a better world. Yesterday we talked about sending positive thoughts to people around, and today we will focus on practice. So what we spoke yesterday, so today the focus is again on sending positive thoughts and wishes, good wishes, to people around, whatever we are doing, whether we are standing, walking, or talking, or sitting idly. And definitely that will bring a good increase and betterment in the productivity of our time, and make it more constructive and more organized. Thank you all, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.